What's going on is Anton from AntonDaniels.com. I appreciate you guys for continuing to rock with me. I am at hotel parking, waiting for the shuttle to shoot me over into the airport so that I can head over to Tampa and I can do what us bag chasers do. You know what bag chasers do. We make sure that we secure the bag. But bag chasing, because some of y'all are uninformed. Bag chasing or being a bag chaser is not necessarily just about money. What it's about is making sure that you level up, getting a great network, doing a thing that's in your best interest, becoming the best version of you, securing the bag, that's included, having great relationships, all of that, right? And the money comes along with it. Great relationships come along with it. The network come along with it. So if you're not a part of the bag chasers, the link is in the Patreon, or the link to the Patreon is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. But aside from that, you got to put profits over feelings. I'm going to say it for you one more time for the people in the back. Profits over feelings. A lot of people get caught up in their emotions when they're trying to figure out whether or not they should make a move. I was on Fight Club last night. Shout out to all my Fight Clubians. I was on Fight Club last night, and one guy was saying specifically that he was in school, and it was somebody that was like, yo, I got something for you. I want to continue to pour into you. I think that you dope. And the guy is black, and then the person that was saying it to him was white. And they was like, yo, they was raised in a bad environment, and they just so happened to be in school or whatever. And the majority of the kids in that environment was absolutely horrible and horrid as far as their attitude and how it is that they was moving, and they was gang members and all of that. And this white person was like, yo, you different though than everybody else that's around here. Now, people on the panel responded differently, right? There was some people that was like, oh, I wouldn't even mess with him. I take offense to that, so on and so forth. But he was a wise person. And it's probably one of the reasons why he got invited in the first place to be mentored by this person. And then he obviously is successful as a result of it. But he put his feelings aside that other people would be impacted by, and then they let their emotions make decisions for them instead of making the best decision for themselves, right? I also had told a story before where in a previous position, I had a manager, a boss at the time, and I was on my way up and I was working my way through corporate America, and this manager forced me to do, well, he didn't force me, he asked me, and I understood what the ask was about, but he asked me to help him with something that was completely outside of my job description and was even outside of the job specifically. Now, I could have said that's not a part of my job or whatever, and then other people was like, yeah, Anton, he's sunning you. Yeah, Anton, you shouldn't have did that. You should have did this, and so on and so forth. But I did it anyway, because one of the things that I understand in sales, and this is not a sales position, but you're always selling yourself. One of the things that I understand is that people do things because they like you and not necessarily just because you're the best at your job. Not nobody care about your job. That's your reasonable service. You're supposed to do what you're supposed to do at your job. But one of the reasons why we're so aligned is because he know that I'm somebody that's gonna always have his back, and I had his back, and I proved it. And when the opportunity presented itself, I didn't let my pride and my ego prevent me from securing that position and that bag in his good graces, in which this man has helped me this guy has helped me significantly, helped me so much, even put my daughter in certain positions as a 14-year-old. Going into high school has helped me with some of the things that she is doing, and her mentorship and all of that other type of stuff. Will do anything for me, help me secure so many bags, help me to get to certain positions, all of that. And I was willing to scratch his back, and he's willing to scratch my back a lot more, which it doesn't hurt him. But I put him in a position to really, really get a huge bag just by, putting my pride down, paying attention to the long term, and then making a decision that ultimately was in my best interest. Most people can't do that. Most people is caught up in looks and feelings and things that they can't even control, that dictate their actions. They get offended easily. They don't know how to chew the meat and spit out the bones. And then ultimately all you do is hurt yourself. And so when I say profits over feelings, I'm speaking all encompassing, right? If somebody get on you, hey, how you doing? If somebody gets on you and they say something to you, you may take it as hating. depending on the context, it might just be constructive criticism. If somebody gets on you sometimes, they can be really hard on you because they want the best for you and they understand that this is what you need in order to really be able to level up. Separate yourself. Get to that next level. Get to that next bag. But you're so in your feelings that you'd be willing to forego just because you're so prideful and that you feel or think so much about yourself or you think that the world care anything about you. And so instead of leveling up and putting yourself in a position of power to where you then can control the narrative, you make the short-term sacrifice. You might have to eat a little bit of in the meantime, but then ultimately it translates into the best thing for you because you get to learn lessons, you get the insight and information, and more importantly, you get access to where you then can use everything that you learn to do whatever it is that you want to do. Instead of you staying down for 10 years or staying under somebody or understanding or learning or humbling yourself, because it might be a test. It might be anything. It might be a barrier to entry. It might be the separation between whether or not they want to offer it to you or they want to offer it to him. But you let your pride get in the way, and so as a result, now you fumble a bag or you fumble opportunities that you could have otherwise had. And let me tell you the thing. Let me tell you what really happens. Out of sight, out of mind, or because you don't know what you missed, you think you're all right. If you had to go into the future and then look back and see what the two paths could have been, you probably will make a different decision. But you don't know what you missed because you don't know what you don't know. Hey, how you doing, my friend? You don't know what you don't know. You don't know what you didn't miss. And so as a result, you miss out on opportunities. You don't get richer as a result of it. And because it's out of sight, out of mind, we just continue to live it. How you doing, my friend? All right. How you doing?
Good.
I feel like I ain't seen you in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Even when I fly back, sometimes we get somebody else. So I'm gonna go. Oh, you got my book bag back? Look at Rita. Rita is on top of things. Look at Rita. Own it. Own it. You know, when you fly so much, you develop friendships. I'm friends with everybody. I absolutely love everybody. I'm gonna make sure nothing is forgotten. I love everybody. I want to make sure that everybody is good. So. Looks like we good. We're gonna go ahead and head over to the airport and it's time to go. So I'm gonna see y'all in Tampa and we're gonna secure the bag and we're gonna take care of business and we're gonna get things taken care of. All right, friends, again, make sure you join the Patreon. Yeah, of course. Make sure you join the Patreon. Link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. Make sure you do the thing that's in your best interest. Don't let your pride prevent you from becoming richer and more profitable, because you know it's all about your ego. It's all about how you feel. Put your feelings to the side, and it's about getting to that bag. All right. I love you guys. I appreciate you. I want to hear what you got to say in the comments. If you have not already, hit a like for the algorithm. Some of y'all is watching videos every day and you ain't subscribed, so make sure you subscribe and turn on your notifications. All right. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Rita, you got anything you want to say to the people about putting profits over feelings?
Nope. See you guys in Tampa.
I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.